YouTube land. Adam Shea here from Primetime Guitar. Today we're going to be doing another installment in our Must Know Monday series. Mine is going to be an alternate picking lesson. 3 alternate picking licks I think you should know. They're going to be sort of on the more shreddy side. Everything's going to be around the 115 mark for learning purposes, but you can speed them up, slow them down. It's going to be awesome either way. But let's jump right into it. Alternate picking lesson. Let's do it. The first lick we're going to look at, it's going to start on the 13th fret of the high E string with your pinky finger. And this is going to be kind of the typical shred sort of lick. That sort of motion. So it's 13, 10, 12, 13, 12, 10. If you listen to a lot of shreddy stuff, that's just one of those very, very common things in there. But so we start off with that. Then once we get down to the 10, we're going to pick the 13 and the 12 on the B string. After that, we're going to go back up to the 10. Then we're going to pick the 13 and 12 on the B string again, and then down to that 10 on the B string. So that's the whole first part of the lick. This is the more complicated part, basically for speed purposes. So from there, we're going to slide up with our first finger to the 12th fret, and the shape here is going to be 12, 13, 15, and then 12, 13, 15 again. And then a little slide to the root note at the end. But this is the difficult part because it's in 16th note triplets, whereas the rest of it is just in 16th notes. Fingering should be totally fine, but it's just the timing watching this one. So that's the difficult part, but the whole lick itself is. So that's pretty much for that. Going on to the next one. This one is one that I use very often. It's just one that gets you across like the whole fretboard up into a different position really easily. But we're going to break it down, but it's in sort of octave chunks, so it should be pretty easy to memorize. We're going to start with our minor shape on fret 5 on the low E string. So it's 5, 7, 8. And then the same thing on the A string, 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 8. From there, we are going to sort of jump up to the 7th fret with our first finger. And we're going to do 7, 8, 10 on that one. So what we have so far is... Alright, after that 7, 8, 10, we're going to do that same initial shape. This time it's going to be on 7, 9, 10 and 7, 9, 10 on the D and G strings. Then once again we're going to jump up with our first finger onto the 9th fret and then 10 and then 12. So what we have so far and as you probably guessed, we're going to jump up to that same initial fingering, which is going to be 10, 12, 13 and 10, 12, 13 on the B and E strings. Alright, so what we have right now is and then from here we're going to do like a little shape changing pattern. So from that 10, 12, 13, we're going to go up with our first finger on 12, and we're going to do 12, 13, 15. Then after that, 13, 15, 17. So we end on the root. The whole riff slow is... Alright, definitely a fun one. Like I said, I use that one a lot. It even looks cool. It gets you across the board to way up here. Pretty cool stuff. And the last one I'm going to do, this one is actually going to take us into A harmonic minor. Theory-wise, we won't get too much into it, but broken down it just sounds cool and evil and all that good metal stuff. But so for this one, we are going to start on the 12th fret with 12th fret of the E string with our pinky finger. go down to the 8. Sorry, I forgot my own riff there for a second. So it's 12th fret of the E, 8th fret, then the 10, and then back down. So it's 12, 8, 10, 12, 10, 8. Then we're going to go to the 12th fret of the B string. It's going to be 12, 10, 9 on that one. So what we have so far is... And then from there, it's going to be down to the G string, 10, 9, 10. We're only doing 2 fingers on that one. So it's... So we go back up from the 10, 9, 10. So from there, it's 9, 10, 12 on the B string, 8 on the E string, and then from there, back to the 12. And then after the 8, once we hit the 12, that's where the pattern restarts. So it's... And then for the last part, it's just a run right down the scale. It's 10, 12, 8 on the high E, 12, 10, 9 on the B, 10, 9 on the G, 12, 10, 9 on the D string, and then you end up on the 12th fret of the A string. So that's pretty much a breakdown of the riffs. I'll give you a little send-off, but that should be it for this portion. So that wraps it up for this lesson. Just going to do a quick little disclaimer. Take all of these licks really slow. Make sure you're keeping very accurate and clean with them. Alternate picking is something you can kind of wing it, and it sounds okay when you're playing it fast, but you get to a point where you can tell you're not doing it that well. I fight with it a lot sometimes, but if you just take it slow, gradually build speed, you're going to be accurate someday, and it's going to just sound really good, a lot better than some of your sloppy contemporaries. That being said, make sure to subscribe to us down below, and you can stay up to date with all of our videos. We are still pumping them out like clockwork, basically. Find us on Facebook, just Primetime Guitar, and give us a like, and feel free to comment and tell us what you want to see next, or if we're doing good, or anything you can think of, basically. But yeah, I'm Shea. Thanks for watching.